Genesis chapter number 22, I shall be reading from verse 1. It's the last Sunday for the month. Apparently, it happens to be a day also set aside to appreciate God for the month, for the things he did for us during the month. And also today we shall be rendering thanks to God for the success of Abacus Week, for the blessing. We've never had it like that. We've never had it. We've never had it. Hallelujah. Genesis chapter 1, I will read verse 1 and 3. Then I will move to verse 9 to 12. 1 and 3. And it came to pass after this thing that God did tempt Abraham and said unto him, Abraham, he said, behold, here I am. Verse 2. And he said, take now thy son, thy only son. Underline that word, thy only son. That time Ishmael was already alive. He said, take now thy son, thy only son. You know that word? He gets one way God they look for. Are you still here? Whom thou lovest, and placed him into the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt upon one of the mountains which I will tell. That means not of the mountain. And Abraham rose up when? Early in the morning, and saddled his house, and took 2 of his young men with him, and Isaac his son, and cleft the wood for the burnt offering, and rose up and went unto the place of which God had told him. Verse 9. Verse number 9. And they came to the place which God had told him of. And Abraham built an altar there, and laid the wood in order, and bound Isaac his son, and laid him on the altar upon the wood. Verse 10. And Abraham stretched forth his hand and took the knife to slay his son. Verse 11. Verse 11. It's not moving. Oh my God. And the angel of the Lord called unto him out of heaven and said, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, here I am. Verse 12. And he said, lay not thy hand upon the lad, neither do thou anything unto him. For now I know that thou fearest God, seeing thou hast not withheld thy son, thy holy son, from me. Put your right hand in your chest. Say, Father, every preaching of today, I will not misinterpret it. I will receive the message in the fullness of heart. In Jesus' name. God bless you. You know, most of the time God wants to show us a revelation to bless us. The devil bring the other side. Praise God. Have you had people come from church and say, it is me, pastor, used to preach today? Now the question I want to ask, if the message the pastor preached didn't concern it, then he's a stupid pastor. Who is he supposed to preach to? But the problem we have most of the times, the word that affects us directly, we try to escape it. And we take the one that pleases us. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Are you following me? Was it Job that said that if we receive good from God, we should prepare to also receive the other side? In every circumstance, giving thanks. Most of the times, we don't know that what we think to be a problem was actually an avenue for God to showcase us. In that problem, there is a potential for you to shine. Are you following me? So please, whatever we shall be teaching you, I'd like you to take it with all earnestness of heart. Receive it with all humility so that you can be blessed. You cannot change God. He's already God. He doesn't need you to be God. He will not need you to remain God. He's already God. He will remain God. Whether you believe or not, it doesn't change it. Do you know whether you believe the truth or not, it does not change the truth? Hello? If I tell you that today is the last Sunday, you say, "I lie, I not believe." Does it change it? You are not the one suffering. 2 Corinthians 13 verse 8 says, you can do nothing for the truth. Instead of arguing, Naaman began to argue, and his servant said, "Sir, this one you are arguing, why not try it first?" The man said, "Go and wash yourself in the river Jordan." He was arguing, he said, "Are there not better river?" He said, "Sir, if he have asked you to do something greater, would you not have done it?" "Sir, did we not come here for you to be healed?" He said, "Yes." So does a patient tell his doctor how he should be treated? It's only in church we tell how we should be ministered to. Hello? You say, "Papa, I just rent a shop. Don't send any person. You should come and anoint it for me." You're like telling a daughter, no, don't send any nurse. Come and give me the injection by yourself. And the doctor is telling you, that's not my level anymore. There are people for that. When you bring me down there to do that, you are denying us on certain ability in some area. Praise God. Now let's come back to our topic, continuation of the voice of offering. I'm talking about the voice of offering part 2. The voice of offering part 2. Each time God is about to lift a man, he brings a certain revelations across his way. Hello. It is what you know that will determine who will know you. Each time, underline that word, God wants to lift a man, he brings across in what? A certain revelation. Any high flyer in life, there is something they know that you don't know. Hello? The house is too dull. I don't like it. Are you still here? If you are still here, do like this for me. Like this, like that, this same way. Anytime God wants to lift a man, he brings across a certain revelations that will lift him. Take for instance, the auditorium you are seated is about 51 feet wide, and there is no pillar. The first time I said, even my architect, the first architect that designed the building said, if you are going to roof without pillar, there's no problem. I will draft a memo, you will sign that you are responsible. Some other carpenters will come, civil engineer, let me respect them. They will tell you it's not possible. But for this thing to begin to trend, there was a certain individual God gave the idea to. Hello? And don't be deceived. That person who discovered it first would have used it, let me use the word shine, before others begin to copy. Hello. It would have been outstanding. That period, the man can't have rest because everybody will be carrying up and down. Now, the man that can roof without pillar, no matter maybe to some extent, like at least 50 feet, he can't do it. So that means when God is about to uplift a man, we are talking about supernatural lifting, there are certain revelations you must encounter. Until you encounter such revelation, your life does not count. I like you to understand that love is higher than emotion. Love is higher than passion, and love is higher than feeling. Love is not feeling. Love is not passion. Love is not, I love you. No, that's not love. Can we tell you, oh, I love you, but I'm planning to kill you. Hello? Have you not seen people like that? Oh, I love you. What would I have done without you? I love you. In their heart, you go to that, you go to that. So love is not in passion, it's not in feeling, it's not in emotion. So what is love? Love is commitment. Love is commitment. Love is sacrificial. The Bible says, Lord forbear, Lord tolerate. There is no way. Now, do you know many of you don't love me in this church? Yeah, like seriously, thank you for that language. No, let your papa is our papa me. How many times have you given to me? How many times have you given to me? Yes, that's the level of love. You know, sometimes I have to attack some of my guys and say, you are too selfish. No, Papa say, shut up. If I was your boyfriend in the world, you won't also for me. If I'm broke. No, I know you won't like me now. So this must be every kind. Have I not told some of you? I said, this one, you say, Papa, if me now, I have seen girls who sold their mother gold for their boyfriend. I said, what is the difference? Me, I care for you. Is it because I don't sleep with you like he does? No, it's hard truth. You might not like it. So stop telling me you love me when there is no commitment. If you love me, you will give me your last card. If you love me, you will trek to church if you don't have transport fare because you want to please that man. I told you before the church I emanated from, in our youth department, I will tell my brother, we have to go to church. He said, why? I said, because if we don't go now, that brother, which is our youth president, that you to say, come your bar. How do we tell him the reason why we didn't come yesterday? No excuse. So we're going to church not because of Jesus. We're going to church because our youth president will always tell us, come your bar. The love is shown to us. He didn't know our name yet, But he recognizes our face and he counted us. Imagine a village boy, you are in the city, mingle with city boys, and you are still recognized. What a privilege. So stop telling me you love me when there is no commitment. Love is not feeling. For God so loved the world, he gave. God didn't tell the world, oh, you know I love you. You know I love you. You are telling me you know I love you, I'm in need, and the need is in your position. You can't give it to me. You say, no, you know I love you now. You know I love you. We have a need in church. You say, Papa, preacher, that's all. That one you forget. This money, everything I want to tell you is reserved. I've told you this story before. A sister had a challenge, and it came. She couldn't stand me. She had to send a brother. Please help me ask Pastor Edri if you can see. It's about 700 naira, if I'm not mistaken. Year 2004. I can't forget. Say, please just tell him. I just need it. And the brother can say, this sister is going through challenge. She needs about 700. I say, no. He said somebody else. Now, my boy there, almost like my PA. Sometimes I keep some money with him. So I also told the person, or rather she came by herself. After she sent somebody, she couldn't. I said, call her now. She came. I said, what? She said, sorry for bothering you. I don't need that. I said, okay. Now, I was almost going to send her to say, go and meet that brother. Some money is with you. And I had the word. Do not tell, it's in proverb. Do not tell an individual, go and come tomorrow when it's in your power to do it. So as she was going, I said, come. I remember I still have some money inside my drawer. And the next day was Sunday anyway. I brought out the 700 now. God bless. The 700,000 is coming. And I said, say thank you. From that day, our respect for me changed. How many years after? My eyes opened. And God said, that's your wife. I proposed, she agreed. Suppose I didn't release that 700 naira there. He said, this brother. He said, God, if he's the only man, I will not marry. This man, he will kill me at all. With all due respect to all the ladies and the mothers in the house, no matter how good a woman is, no matter how simple, no matter how humble, no matter how lovely, you cannot remove her likeness from money for her. I know some of you don't like money now. There is no woman that will hardly not fall into the temptation of money. You know, I've told you before, when your wife is trying to bring quarrel, just give her some money. Say, for what? Say, I dash you. He just look at you. You be good though. It's just that sometimes you don't do some things. Now I tell like you, shy. You know, they stingy. But the other day you told me to my face, is you marry me, there is nothing I've done for you. You know, it's only a woman you buy a car. You didn't buy phone. The car says, sit, I marry you. Wait till you don't. Esther, is it true? Praise God. We've seen that several times. So please, I want to tell you as a man, if your wife tell you that, ignore her, do something new. Hello? It's only mature man that will say you are very stupid. What of this one when I buy that day? No, stop counting, do more. She just tell you, oh, thank God, say it has expired. Did you hear the voice? Representative of the women say it has expired. So instead of you arguing and counting, she's just indirectly telling you, do some more. Are you still here? So stop telling me you love me when you cannot give to me. If you actually love me, no matter how inconveniencing, you will do it. The Bible says it came to pass that the Lord would tempt Abraham, or rather Abraham. He said, take thy only son, take Isaac. I was still in church. If you are still in church, do like this to me. That thing is not drama. A boy he believed God for 24 years. Isaac came after 24 years of waiting. At the 25th year, they had Isaac. A blessing in God for 25 years. God says, sacrifice it. Some of you would rather die with your land than to release it. You rather die with your car at gunpoint than to release it. Now God is saying, give me a whole human being. He didn't say bring and borrow to serve as a pastor. He said come and kill him. And God sees Abraham's heart. He was actually willing. Whatever you cannot release to God when you need it, you don't deserve it. Your problem is not that God cannot bless you. Your problem is that you are too selfish. The little he had given to you, how well are you spending it? You don't understand. A man had the land 1 by 2. He said, church, you come and take 100. We didn't request to. I finished preaching on Harvest Day. The former mail leader says, somebody want to see you. I said, what? He says, I have the land. I want to secure it. I said, good. That's why we are here. He says, 1 by 2. I want to give church 100 to secure the 100. I said, God said we should take it. Should God have said we should not take it? Before we say Jack Robbins, the agreement was written and everything was done. He didn't consider. I thank God we're going to call the wife and say, are you going in agreement? They say, yeah. But can I also shock you? When God asked Abraham to sacrifice Isaac, he didn't consult Sarah. Some of you, your problem is consultation. Recently, my wife was quarreling with me. She said, something goes on, I'm not going to say sorry. And I say it's supposed to be sometimes. Some things is happening in faith that my wife is not aware. It's maybe that will tell her, Mama, we did this one today. Say, which day? He said, my husband not tell her. It's not necessary. I have to start now so that by the time we get and say, you don't change, they tell me before, they tell me again. To release ordinary 100,000 as a seed, you are doing family meeting. My wife come, all my children come, as if you are sharing property. As if you want that. 100,000. Wayamutia ikoro. You see this money, I be told, say, I want to go work for my side. But God is leading in my heart that I should. There's a need in church. And your wife say, honey, it's good though, but make sure you hear well. Tomorrow is never enter. And I say, what's the meaning of that? I say, no, I didn't talk anything. My papa said something some years ago. God asked him to release a particular car. That car was their baby. He looked at the wife. He said, God said, hey, God talk her. From there to where they were going, the wife didn't talk. He said, I know you said God. There is nothing God should not take from you if you actually love him. Hello? We are talking about the voice of offering. Which offering is in your account that is speaking volume? Look at the drama the Chronicles acted. The brother gave to a beggar, and the beggar said, anywhere you go, you shall return. Did he not return? He did. If challenge come now, what will speak for you? I've told you this story before. I know the people that are involved. I don't want to go in details. Maybe if they see it online, they will say, this man is talking about us. This woman was going to Oka Market one day. And one day they called her and said, my daughter, please, can you help me buy kerosene? About 10 liters. She said, okay. She picked the gallon, gave her money. She went to the market, bought the kerosene. But when she returned back, she was amazed. She came, Mama, I brought it to. She wanted to drop it in the man. Said, no, my pikin carry and come inside, enter passage. And she entered the passage. He saw other jerry cans. And the woman began to kick them. Said, you see this one? Not be water. Na kerosene. Na kerosene. So she was shocked. There are other 25 liters of kerosene. Why do you ask me to buy it? He said, my pikin, you see, you don't tell when I defend you for coven. They won't kill you. So I tell them last time, I said, may they not kill you. Say, now you are the same message. So to confirm it, that's why I have to send you to buy me kerosene. I'm not talking of them. Say, I know the woman that was involved. I know the day. I know the house. I know the place. It's an area I've lived before. Just for me to have an excuse in the coven that you go for errand for me. That's why I sent you. Imagine you were the one that they asked to buy kerosene. According to Equal Abeka kerosene. And suppose you didn't go. Sakadeli sister, I'm in a hurry. I'm too busy. You do the same message. What would have happened? Many died because no offering spoke on their behalf. Many were preserved because there was an offering that spoke. I speak over your life. In the days of danger, may your offering speak. And Abraham Abraham would have sacrificed Isaac. He did the whole family meeting. I imagine if you have called Sarah. So you see, this is our picking. My beard, and God said we should bring it. He said, no, son, I want to be for family now. Why do I mean? Because in the history of mankind, God have never asked any human being to sacrifice human. It was a test. Some of you had faith tests that God tested you. And you are here crying and praying. Oh, Father, God said, shut up. I tested your love for me. You failed. Many years ago, my marriage was a few months away. We had a convention. People were releasing. And I said, God, you know I love you. He said, yeah. I said, if I have money, I would have given. He said, if you don't have money, don't you have something? I said, no. He said, what of your television? I said, that's the only valuable thing. If my in-law come now, that's the only they will respect me with you. So thank God, he managed to get one television. If I remove it now, which I can get? Then he said, if you love me, you will bring it. He's my master. I know I talk. I say, I surrender. Have you ever given before you are hungry with yourself? If you have never given, you are hungry, then you are not a giver. Somebody told me, say, sir, the money pay me, shall about 25,000 to fix our where we put our tongue. He said, the money pay me, shall, but I said, yeah, that's sacrifice. A sacrifice must cause inconvenience in you. It must cause inconvenience in you. I told my then choir master, I said, before I wake up the next morning, come and carry that, come and what? If I wake up to sit and I change my mind, the blood will be on your head. He came with wheelbarrow. It's even a curtain, what is it called, television. My dad was not feeling too well. He was in my house then. Why they were going to say, where I said the owner needs, he said, So the man was confused. Did you borrow television? After some, they say, how far? I said, the owner is not true using it. And until now, it's not true. You would have died with it. He said, tell it. I had one like that. I changed the telly on my parlor. I gave it to my children. They rejected it. So no, daddy, we don't like this one. Give us the one, the back is flat. So that's what you are celebrating. Even if it's car you are celebrating. Let me tell you, buy a car today, keep it. 10 years time, give it to your children. They will say thank you, but we don't need it. It's already your soul. What's your problem? Go and check the first building called flat. People were building. If you will still rent that house today, it's a flat. See the way they arrange parlor and the everything is changing every day. Why are you keeping what God is trying to change? Why? You see property, it looks as if your life is in it. Love is commitment. I told you last week that the symbol of genuine love is giving. So God set an example for us. For God so loved the world. He didn't preach. He didn't talk. He gave. Any man you claim to love, you cannot do without giving. That's why I said many of you don't love me. I have no apology for that. You only love me by mouth. You love me because I'm always available to solve your problem. Yeah. Outside that, you don't love me. Because if you love me, you consider my welfare. Pastors are human beings. I mean, Daddy, are you surviving? You say you will not be any salary. Are you coping? Are you paying your children's school? Are you paying rent? This your car is long overdue. I wish I can see 10 people that will join me and I will do something. Even though you not get the ability, but suggesting it at all, I think that will gladden my heart. You have me in mind. I will be at all. I will take your matter. I will be meditating. I will be. That's why God will reveal. How many do go home and think of my matter? You don't care, provided Papa come on Sunday and prophesy. Talk to me, talk to me. I've been talking to you for 21 days now. For 21 days, I have been talking. I was telling somebody yesterday, I said, you were quiet. I know he didn't touch you. I just do like the best job for. I said, not be me for you. He said, I throw. I said, this one I hunger. He said, today. Today? What happened? He said, I fast. I said, before call. He said, no, at the break 3. Oh, you the break 3. Me for the past 20 days, 6 to 6. Some didn't even fast. And there is no single day I didn't pray for the past 20 days. There is no single day I didn't talk. Am I right? How many, sir? Papa will be talking. Let's give him honey. Let's give him, what is it called, beverage. Let's give him banana to soften the throat. For instance. Let's buy apple. Let's buy, what is it called, watermelon. He don't concern whether he die, he die alive, provided he come and pray for me. If you that were imparted yesterday, you feel it, what of me that released the virtue? Hello? If you think it's easy to prophesy, take mine. If you shout one, the second one, if you will not ask for water. Hello? You saw my mother-in-law dancing at the altar. You didn't see her. There is an adage that says when you see an old man dancing in the morning early, don't ask if his wife had put to bed a baby boy last night. Why will she not dance? Her daughter just put to bed. Almost 5 kg normal delivery. Are you listening? They already told that this thing is through cesarean operation. She had other children. Now this one they want to tear her. Maybe now this one be the last card now. Hello? Okay, you don't conclude. Say, nah. See, last one they say, nah. If God do something like that, listen, it's not because she's my mother-in-law. When the daughter was in labor, they tried to reach my line, won't connect. They have to call if my van and call the other line. They call my wife, she missed the call. Later we reach there. He said, Daddy, pray. I said, don't worry, you soon deliver. I prayed. But can I shock you? I was still praying when my wife came. He don't deliver. But me not can rest. Hello? In my parlor. He said, Daddy, thank you. No, I've told you, grace is not grace until you secure others. How will I say I carry grace? Did it affect my in-law? What kind of pastor I am? Then there is Ojoro now. Like that, my friend will say, my wife won't respect me. He say, hopeless man, you go hopeless? You're not hopeless. You think she will be here this morning? Say, you pray for her that you reach your home now. Oh, mommy boy. Praise God. Sometimes we have to sacrifice. Hello? Just for you to be blessed. But you know, when you are blessed, you don't remember God, you don't remember those who pray. There are 2 persons that are important in your destiny, God and your pastor. Believe ye the Lord that shall be established. Believe your prophet, you do what? Your prophet carry your prosperity. From a nobody, you can become somebody via prophecy. You still remember the day I met you, Sunday like this. I don't want to go in detail, but eventually we met. I said, you were the one that was there again. He said, Daddy, see me, since you come out, my life get as a bill. I said, but I still exist. He joined Faith Guide on a Tuesday, not even on Sunday. The wife just put to bed last week. Hello? His life is getting better. Suppose as he join us, no wife, nothing. What kind of church is that one? Since you'll be following the man, no result. It can only get better. You can't serve God and serve God where you are not progress. I was not hungry. The last church I pastored was in GRO. So I didn't see God out of hunger. God, I didn't call God. I didn't even flash him. When God was calling me, I stand before him now that shall judge your liar. I told God to leave me alone. I'm comfortable. Can I be pastor in GRO? You are telling me to come to Upper. Which kind of play be that one? Upper, they say they give 10 naira as offering. They told me to my face, I pastor a church in GRO. It's a mega ministry. There was a Jew we were supposed to contribute. And we got there that day. GRO branch, as I then was the 8th branch. The least, so to say. The very first Sunday we started, February 13th. We're having a meeting. There's money they asked us to bring, about 10,000. You know what they said? They said, let's start collecting from Upper. I said, why Upper? They said, because Upper is 10 naira. So that will allow us time to count. You know, so now be GRO, now be big money. The very first day I started, they relegated Upper. And that's the same Upper God is telling me. Not just Upper. He said, go to that end of Upper. That's rough play now. Which kind of nonsense with that one? Have you ever seen a man that will labor that don't want to read? GRA, Ruben, I will close to greater tomorrow. You are telling me to come to Upper. No wonder Jonah was running. So if I have my choice, I won't come. I didn't come because I need your time, because I need your offering. He sent me to raise the hope of men. That's why I'm here. And every time I quote in God, you send me to raise people's hope. So don't dash their hope. You must do it too, because I told you when he was calling me, I said you should leave me. Say no. Then I tell you, okay, this one you are telling me to go. You will agree. I don't want to suffer. I don't want to pastor a church where you look at the curtain of at the altar, it look like a native doctor's shrine. He said, don't worry. He said, I will give you power. He said, you will not see power in an energetic dimension, but you see manifestations. Are you still here? How many of you still love God? If you love God, you respond to his command. Jesus said, if you love me, do what? So whatever you cannot give God, you don't deserve it. Genesis 22 verse 12. Abraham offered Isaac. God said, now that I know you fear me, because you did not withhold thy only son. You did not withhold thy holy son. And he said, lay not thy hand upon the land, neither do thou anything unto me, for now I know that thou fearest God, seeing thou hast not withheld thy son, thy holy son, from me. You are telling God, make me a millionaire. 100 by 50, you can't release. Millionaire. How many of you know my papa's church, Rock of Ages? Hello? Since I was born, I don't know if it happened anywhere. You see how big that land is? He didn't pay 1 naira. 2 families gave him. The first time they gave him one part, he worth 200 million as of 2011. One individual, he gave him. The other one, that one said, make I divide them because the man is not born again. My papa said, no divide. If you want, give me. And he said, carry now. As massive as that land, he didn't pay 1 naira. The man that gave him the first property that worth 200 million, when they started, a time came, something happened. The son had a flight in Dana Air that crashed down. Hello? His flight, he was among those passengers. And they called his line was not going. And he called my papa and said, my son. He said, no, your son can't die. How can you give God that? Is God wicked? You can imagine that. He said, no, your son can't die. You know what happened, sir? The son was on his way to the airport and a friend called him. He was trying to give him information. The network was not clear. And he said, okay, let me come over. Or going over to get the information, the flight already taken off. They crashed. For you to drink poison, it go throw away. Any vehicle that is due for accident, you can't enter. I've told you this story before. A daughter of mine who goes to Onitsha to buy, so she was going one day. I said, buy something for me. Just joke. And she finished buying it. We say, hey, I don't buy something for my daddy. She already entered. She came down, went to go about whether pokpo for chin-chin or whatever. Just to at least bail and say, I buy something. They don't get better thing. Before she could buy that, somebody else have sat on her chair. He said, my Lord, they say, I say, madam, not verse, not your verse. They removed her load. They enter. I stand before God as a judge or liar. That sister is still alive today. On her way coming, she made that vehicle 4 leg up. 4 leg up. It's not possible, sir, for you to die by accident when you are a covenant child of God. Your problem is that if you don't obey the laws, you're under a risk. If a man gave a property that worth 200 million, what would God not do for you? For your man now, he gets now, not being get. You see your problem. You see your problem. Somebody have one, say, I want to divide it. Let God take one. Let me take the half. Let God take half. Me take half. You get how many? Anything you can't release to God, you don't deserve it. Is it money? If you die today, will the money go with you? I look at somebody and say, so you might be stupid. The properties you are dragging, if you die now, what happens? Hello? And the man you are denying that thing for is the one you hope to meet. You don't understand. Is there anyone here that desires to spend eternity in hellfire? What do you want to spend your eternity? You sure? Who they heaven? Who they say give me now? Who you want to go meet? You see your sense? I told you a story before of one notorious guy that was raiding people. That day he caught one Okada man. The man taking around Benin. When the man have dropped him, who's supposed to pay? Who's supposed to pay? So he just told the Okada man and said, find me something there. He said, eh? As they carry you around the open, he goes, which can we carry? Which not say be this one? After Siso, near New Market, it was shut. People were passing. Nobody minded. The guy just stood by his Okada. He said, now money when you want to give me, now you the sharp put. He said, no problem, we shall see. When he ranted around there, nobody asked what was happening. He came back. He said, bros, I have 1 to 1. He said, you don't know, say we'll fetch one like this. He said, I be one take for man. For this one, when you do, I go collect all. Give me all the money, the works is money. I'm not taking side. It's a bad idea, but I want to show you something. He collected the money and he tore it and he left. Shout now. Give me 100 naira for inside. You they shout. And at the end, you return back to me, say, I will want to. That's how some of you are. God will say, that thing I need. He say, no. And if you die and you expect to go and meet God in heaven, He should create a mansion for you, Abi. Because there is no boys' quarter in heaven. Everything is mansion. Have you not read it in John 14? He said, in my Father's house, they are what? They are boys' quarter. You want to inherit a mansion, yet you can't give land, you can't give car, you can't give house, you can't give money. Honorary rapper, you can't give God. Fan, you can't buy in church. You are bringing fan, you are crying like somebody died. How much? Industrial fan, 22,000. That's what you are crying for. You want to pay tithe, you look, you bring it out, you put it, you bring it out for your mind. Can I quickly clear an impression? Any tithe you pay is not pastor that collect it to. It goes to church boys. So you don't say, pastor, this one they complain. We know that. What of tithe when they pay? Your tithe, your offering, your first fruit, your what is it called? Your harvest or whatever is your obligation. Bible didn't see that before he said that give a cup of water to a prophet. He didn't see that. He didn't see that. I was telling my wife, I said, I like the last ministry I pastored. They are givers. In that church, I was barely full months. We were doing fasting like this. They would give me transport fare to members. I hardly know them. Ah, man of God, God bless you. I was in practical. I have not even climbed altar. I said, I like a giving church. Please, I beg of you. When Faith God was starting, God told me, he said, look at winners. He said, they don't lack pattern after them. That's what we are doing. That's why we operate on covenant. Winners Church is a giving church. Go and ask them. That's why they don't lack. They are not giving because they are. They are giving based on revelations. They know if I do this thing, I will be blessed. Are you still following me? Well, you know, yeah, last week when I presented one of my daughter for marriage, I told her, I said, this year they hurry me. He said, no, be you. You still remember if I asked her to raise an altar 21,000 naira? You still remember? I said, I see marriage. Me not come no. He said, now that same week, now the brother come, we fell no before. He didn't just come and I did talk because he know the church today. Me not say, that's on a plan. Hello. Now the thing is called in the hurry. Me say what they say, now you talk. The seed is already speaking. The offering already had a voice. I speak over your life. Every of your seed whose voice have been dormant, after this meeting they shall begin to speak. Every offering is supposed to have a voice. But you know the problem? The problem is the volume. 4 battery radio and 6 battery is not the same. For Abel's blood to be crying, it shows there is something. Hello? It shows what? There's something. That offering you are giving, does it have strength? Adults still giving 10 naira, 20 naira. And you want that one to have voice. That one, it get voice, but the volume is... God must take your best to secure your rest. God must take your best to secure your rest. Until God is first in your life, effort will be in vain. Until God is first in your life, your effort will be in vain. It's not as if some of you are not laboring. But because God is not involved. I was telling somebody, I said in the ministry I emanated from, you know what people do when they respond. You see a woman bringing tomatoes to pastor, you say that tomatoes are the same. Oh, God bless you. You see that one bringing okra or whatever, or bola, say now they said, God bless you. Have you ever in the history of your life had a breakaway in Catholic church? They said that father resigned, go start you. You think say God, no, they call them. When you are too comfortable, you don't hear God when he's calling. You know why? Every month they empty their storeroom and put another. If a pastor have to think of his meal, I remember in those days I can't forget. I'm going for a Lenten fast, 40 days, 21 days, 7 days, 14 days. My wife, good woman, is a man of God. I'm not stopping you from entering the room. But before you enter, that is already a message. What kind of arabaraba you are arabaraba when your children are hungry? Somebody say family first. I know the men here have a message for you. If you are a man here, you are married, you have children, stand up. Quickly, do that quickly. You are married here. You have children. Now, I put this before you. If you do not eat in the same table, at least dinner with your children, go and repent. You are raising a rebellious generation. If you are a man here, you have children. You have never any time in your dinner eat with your children, family eating together. You are the problem of that home. That's why your children are behaving nasty. Check every children that was raised in that way. They have feelings. They believe in unity. How can you scatter your children like they're in body house? Everybody, they eat their house. Wait till you define when you know they quit the rich house. Looking for money at the detriment of the welfare of your children. Very soon they will be calling you uncle. Sunday now, as soon as we close, some of you are going to meeting. Be responsible, sir, this year. Be responsible. This meeting that will take care of your children. Train up a child the way he should go, so that when he's old, that child will beat you when you are old. If you didn't train him. You think Isaac didn't have strength to fight Abraham, a boy that's at least 18 years old, who is a John 128 that will bind him. It was obedience that bind Isaac, not the strength of the father. Because where Isaac grew up, they told him to respect others. How many of you see your papa carry knife, you want to kill, you still obey him? You know, give him a head boot. No, let's be sincere. If your own father had decided to be a monster, whether God sent her or not, would you defend yourself? Even in court, they believe in self-defense. But I say, look at him, well, Papa, if you say so, no problem. It was him that brought his hand. Abraham tied it. He lied down. He carried knife. He didn't look at. But you, when your children are at your age, they look at you and say, Pale, take time. That's why they call you Mosi. Call you your mother Mosi. Just put pussy. He said, I bet Mosi just a paradise money. Me don't understand that level. Hey, a child you raise. Train up a child the way he should go. Not grow. The way he should go. So that when he's old, he will not depart. I pray for you. Your children will not be rebels. Sit down. I'm a practical preacher. Hello. Since my except when I travel, since all my children came to this life, they've never eaten dinner alone. Except when I travel. All of us must eat together. That's where you know those who is not feeling too well. That's where you know those who is growing wrong character. That's where you know what happened in school today. Always busy, busy, busy. 9 o'clock, you are still at church road junction, and yet you are not in church. Your wife is calling you. I dey come. I don't nearly reach her. Nearly, and I don't reach. Not the same. After today, you will reach house. Afraid. I mean, having fear for defaulting in meeting. Is it your life? Not court. If you don't go today, person go die. Suppose as you are here now, you slum, they rush you to hospital. They hang drip for you. Will you say, hey, put one for my pocket, obey vice, go and pay? What's your problem? Don't have time for your family. You hustle from Monday to Saturday, including Sunday. Even God rested. Don't die before your time. Sometimes tell yourself, today I'm not the common for this house. Like me and my family. You don't have time. Your children are coming. I will still teach on that. I will still teach on that. Don't worry. Your children are coming. Say, hey, when I go meet with your mama. As if they force you born them. You can't show love to your children. That's why they are harassing your daughters. Because for the first time somebody will tell her, I love you, he look from another world. Father, I've never told her I love you. Mother, I've never told her I love you. You make them inferior. When they fall into the hands of wrong person, and he just told them emotionally, I love you, they are gone. And you are blaming them. Be responsible as a man. Be responsible as a mother. Are you still here? Your children will be a blessing to you. Until God is first in your life, effort will be in vain. Malachi 3 verse 10. Malachi 3 verse 10. He said what? What did he say? He said, bring ye what? All the tithe, so that there will be meat in my store. Bring ye all what? Not some of the tithes. He told the store that there may be meat in my house. And prove me this day. Now listen to me. Anytime there is lack in the storehouse, that's where you see the commission raising extra fund. To print flyers, it doesn't require to raise seed if there's money in the storehouse. To fix billboard, to buy battery for camera or media require, it doesn't require extra fund. We can sweat it from tithe and offering if there is. With the church have money in their account and they are raising money. When it's not a major project. It's only a major project. We want to buy land, we want to build, we want to buy instruments. That's the way they should be raising money for. I challenge you. If every one of you here pay your tithe sincerely, this ministry will be rich. Some of you throughout last year you didn't pay tithe. And you are looking at me now. And this year you have laid principle for God what you want to do. Father, between us 6 months, I want to roof my house. You roof your house. You even get land, you're not happy. Of all the blessing he has been blessing you, what have you done? Pay your tithe correctly. Not just paying, correctly. Give reasonable offering. Release your first fruits without grudge. Prosperity will flow. Zechariah 1 verse 17. He said, true prosperity. Shall my what? Come and talk to me. Shall my what? Oh, you don't read Bible? Put it for us. Zechariah 1 verse 17. Are we there? Maybe we should buy lens for this multimedia so that they can be fast. Praise God. I might take 15 minutes of your time, but just follow me. Hello. Cry yet, is saying the Lord of hosts, my cities through prosperity shall yet be what? Spread abroad. It's money that sponsors the gospel. It's money. Imagine as I'm talking now, there are people watching us online, YouTube, watching on satellite. Wouldn't they be blessed? Is it that we don't have the message? No, it's the means we don't have yet. You that cannot pay tithe will come up one day and say, let this church buy a bus for evangelism. I was cheating us that day. I said, look at us. There was a land beside us, 1.2. Before we go organize committee and plan, one individual bought it. One person. It takes just 12 people, 100,000 to say, okay. You have the money. It's not as if you don't have. If you alone can bring out 2 million and buy land, are you still here? If you alone, you say, no, I don't want to buy for up, I want to buy for Sapler. No be money until they buy for Sapler Road. If you can buy a land for yourself, 500,000, 600,000, is it a big if you release 50,000 and say, church, take, let's add to it and buy land? I was telling the head usher this one, I said, please, make sure the usher guy, he says, sir, these children, I said, I know. There are too many in one place. When animals are too many in a cage, it becomes riot. I said, we have a plan to segment there, but it's property we are trusting God for. Want to buy another land close to us, build another children's session, then have a class. Hello. Then we also have a creche within. Those of you who are nursing mother, you don't need to carry your children when you come. You take them to that place with AC. While you are here, your children will be sleeping there. A qualified personnel will be taking care of them. Would you like such thing? Now, hand we wanted one. When they say bring money, they told they have some money for this church. But it's for all of us, it's for our welfare. Enter my office and see. Very beautiful. Let me not go there. It's all of you are shaking here. Papa, cancel it, cancel it. I have not resumed counsel. Everybody hides is shaking. When you want to resume, I never resume. I never resume. Stay in office. Thank God for my time. Come there during dry season. You go ahead. It was one person that fixed the ties. He came to church and said, no, pastor, he's not even in church now. It's not regular. You that use that office every day. Your matter not they finish. Cancel it, cancel it. You know they check whether they cancel you before they cancel you. There should be comfortability. As you are inside this church now, you're not happy. Suppose we didn't build. We just seal, roof it. We enter, no window. As you are there, inside church on Sunday, meet you, they shift. We have a plan. We are going to use curtain to do this round when the AC have come. The AC is not coming from heaven. You can buy one for us. The first time I used star, they said, you the wear I said, I don't see you buy, give me now. You buy one AC fair. The hose are already there. We pipe them. There's about 8. If you buy that, they need AC for the year. We need that. You don't tell when they talk and sins. Let's learn to make ourselves comfortable. Only you will build 4 flats. Only you will build 2 flats. Bring 100,000 for building. You can't bring. Are you not wicked? You spend millions on your own project, but you can't release 100,000. You can't release 1 million. God, make me a millionaire. You are a thousandaire, we don't get anything. Then we should pray that you should be a millionaire. All of us will die in poverty. No, we are not stupid. You have 1,000 now, you are not giving. Your offering still remain 15 naira. How can a landlord be paying 15 naira for offering when you collect rent? You are a wicked man. You are a wicked man. A landlord that collect rent. Whether it's self-contained, it's 10,000 or 12,000 a month. Calculate a year. You collect that, you don't pay tithe. And you come to church on Sunday, you drop 15 naira, you drop 100. Landlord. Your tenants are paying 500, you are paying 100. That's why we'll be richer than you. That's why we leave your house and build a better one than yours, and even more. You say, "Nah, juju." You know, use juju. If God can build a house for you, is it wrong if you want to build a house for God or contribute for His work? May you have a change of mentality. I know this one is not a popular demand. The MS adore because the thing is shooking you. We are talking to you for your own good. You have a car, they can't have the car to use in church work. Check on Sunday at the end of closing. Just say 5 minutes, stay outside. You won't see any car. All the cars have disappeared. Only my house is remaining. Everybody is in a hurry to go. Hurry to go. Hurry. You come church 2 hours already. You already check it time. Sister, some people have been in hospital since 3 days. What they are asking doctor, when are you discharging him? He say he never know. If he respond. So if you not respond, 1 week he did that. If you're in the hospital and the fees drip on you, will you be checking time? You come church under 1 hour. Now you come late, now you they check time. Because again where they go by channel. You won't go today. Exodus 12, put for me, or no need, when you get to read 35 and 36. The Bible said the people did as Moses commanded. They went to the Egyptians. They collected gold. They collected silver. What a manipulation. Somebody came to you and said, "Mrs. Abbons, I bet this is your bling bling. I need that." It's okay, where they go? He said, "We they come out." One hour return, he said, "We know they return." And she pull her, he give her. That one not be foolishness. Because God favored them, they released. The reason God favored them because He will need it in the wilderness. The reason God is blessing you now is because He will need it. So don't be stupid when He say bring it. Now my power. Go and ask truck pusher and wheelbarrow pusher. They'll be using their power for years, no results. I know how much I labor. I even do le bouquet. Me don't do le bouquet. Forget that thing. Forget that thing. There are people that knows the work, they don't have strength to do it. Otherwise, why would they beat you as a fashion designer? Say the day don't expire, you know, so my clothes. Why would they arrest you as a workman? Either you are a welder, you are a furniture maker, they gave you job, you couldn't deliver. Police now come and arrest you. Yeah, because you don't have the strength to do. You know the work. What? Who is worrying you? And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they laid unto them such things as they require, and they spoiled the Egyptians. That contract God gave to you so that you can have money. When they talk about money in church, there will not be problem. You are a millionaire today, brother has nothing. That's why in this church, we don't believe in levy. No, we don't levy. We raise fund. Because our fingers are not equal. You say every one of you for 5,000. Do you know their capacity? Perhaps this sister would have given 15. This sister only have 3,000 capacity. Let our strength balance our oath in time. That's why God bless you so that you can balance the equation. But when you are not responding, you are giving this sister undue stress, and sometimes it can affect her faith. Some people don't come to church because of money. So I won't come. I don't know. Now if they can't talk of money, I not get. But when they are not bothering you, they just say, "Who want to give us?" You come out really because you have. A day will also come, these people will have. And they will respond. But you have, you are hoarding it. And you are trusting God for more. When the little He has given you, you can't give. He that is faithful in a little to him, more shall be what? Shall be added. Put for me 1 Samuel chapter 3, verse 14. I'm about to round up. Let me use 5 minutes to work that out. Praise God. 1 Samuel chapter 3, verse 14. 1 Samuel 3:14. And therefore I have sworn unto the house of Eli that the iniquity of Eli's house shall not be purged with what? No what? Forever. It therefore means there are offerings that avert judgments. You don't understand. God said this thing, because the way we do Eli, this thing, no offering can remove it. That means if no offering can remove it, offering can also. Are you getting something? There are people that were beat for death. Their sacrifice escaped them. You know why the sacrifice is not believing life? Hello, church. When they say, tell a man, they say, I see death. What do they tell them to do? Sacrifice. Sometimes they will say, go and bring dog in replacement of man. Go and bring goat. Is it not? Because they believe that the goat or the dog can replace the man. There are offerings that avert judgment. The Bible said God smelled a sweet savour and he said in his heart, never again. Never again. In Numbers chapter 16, if you read 25 to 33, can you put that for me quickly? Numbers 16, 25 to 33. I will just read some few verses and I will summarize. Numbers 16, I want to show you something. Verse 25 to 33. And Moses rose up and went unto Dathan and Abiram, and the elders of Israel followed him. 26. And he spake unto the congregation, saying, depart, I pray you, from the tent of this wicked men, and touch nothing of thee, lest ye be consumed in all their. You know, then are those that rebel against Moses. So they gathered from the tabernacle of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram on every side. And Dathan and Abiram came out and stood in the door of their tent, and their wives and their sons and their little children. Verse 28. And Moses said, hereby ye shall know that the Lord has sent me to do all this work, for I have not done then of my own. I want to prove to you that God is with me. He's challenging them. If this man died the common death of all men, or if they be visited after the visitation of all men, then the Lord had not sent me. He's bragging. Verse 30. But if the Lord make a new thing, and the earth open her mouth and swallow them up, all that appertain unto them, and they go down quick into the pit, then shall ye understand that these men have provoked the Lord. 31. And it came to pass, as he had made an end of speaking all this way, that the ground clave asunder that was under them. 32. And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up, and their houses, and all the men that appertain unto Korah, and all their goods. 33. They and all that appertained to them went down what? Alive into the pit, and the earth closed upon them, and they perished from among the congregation. Moses came and said, I tell you, these men are wicked. Something will happen to them today. If they die like normal death, then God didn't call me. I want to tell you that God said, look at the reason why Moses was bragging. Put for me, that's in number 16. Put verse 15 for me. I want to show you the strength of Moses in that battle. That's in number 16, 15. What did he say? And Moses was very wroth and said unto the Lord, respect not thou their what? If God have taken their offering, God won't have killed them. Hello? So Moses went ahead to purge and said, God, don't collect their offering. Don't collect. You can't eat a man's food and still wicked him. Nature will judge you. God, Moses have gone ahead though. He said, God, don't take their offering. And he came, he's bragging. He said, if they die, you see what he has purged them. He has punctured them. Hello? Let me open your eyes. When Satan afflicted Job, what was the first thing he afflicted? Bible students. The first time Satan afflicted Job, didn't kill his children. What did he do? He killed his cow and cattle. He killed his cattle. You know why? If he didn't slay them, and death come back, Job will take from it and offer sacrifice, God will stop it. So Satan know that thing will help him. If first of all, may Satan not kill your offering. He knew that every offering has a void. So when God gave him permission, the first thing he did was to attack what Job would have used for sacrifice. So when news came, all your cattle, what did Job want to use to make atonement? Nothing. Then he started destroying the rest. You didn't get it now. So offering is more than the way you are seeing it. Don't ever give any offering in church carelessly. Tie a need to it. Because you don't know, you think they are collecting only data. That's why a woman came to pastor and said, Pastor, here now, only data name said, "I am Basai." And all you are, "Nani mawari ye, okma be, do so anokwa. Ya Basa be, ya Basa wana we ma do have here. La Basa ma o." So you don't come and ask me to say, "Now why upo agbanya utama ego na me? I know my way. I got interest in no one." It is one thing to give an offering, it is another for God to accept your offering. Number 16, 18 to 21. Number 16, 18 to 21. Put it for me. Number 16, 18 to 21. When Korah, Dathan, and Abiram came and they took every man his censer and put fire in their ladies and their own and stood in the door of the tabernacle of the congregation with Moses and Aaron. They came to offer, verse 19. And Korah gathered all the congregation against them unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And the glory of the Lord appeared unto all the congregation. 20. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, 21, separate yourself, that I may consume them in a moment. Because God didn't accept their offering. But they brought offering. No? Why they were God said, Moses, since you are praying, I said, okay, you live there now. Because if I didn't accept, I will kill. May God accept your offerings. Even the one you are about to cast now, may God accept your offerings. 2 Corinthians 9:7. He said, God love a word, a cheerful giver. Let everyone give as he has proposed. Don't give out of grudge. Genesis 4:3-5. The Bible said God accepted Abel's offering. He had respect. It disdained that of Cain. Why? The way they presented it. Ladies and gentlemen, what God asked of Cain and Abel was first fruit. Read your Bible. Genesis 4, the Bible says it came to pass in the process of time that Abel also bring first of his offering. Abel also brought what? His firstling. God was demanding for first fruit. Cain didn't bring first fruit. That's why God rejected it. Put it, let me show you to the Genesis 4:3-5. God told them, I need first fruit. And in the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought what? Of the fruit of the ground. And what? And what? Move on. And Abel, he also brought of what? Firstly of what? That's first fruit. They began to plan. The first man, among the first men on earth, rather, their father was the first man, the mother was the first woman. They were the first children on earth. God wanted to test them, say, give me your first fruit. See, people have just started farming, you have just started raising animal. Let me partake. I should take the first before any other person. Cain went and brought anyhow. But Abel brought first fruit, and God respected it. So we are talking of first fruit now. If you cannot give God your first fruit, they don't trust God for the rest. God said, bring one, the remaining 11, you take it. You are arguing. The sin of Eli's children was not grievous because they slept with the women, I've told you before. But rather, it was grievous because they disrespected the lost offering. 1 Samuel 2:17, they disrespected God's offering. That's why God killed them. Stop disrespecting God's offering as I round up. How can you give God the most of the mean cash? You come to church, you bring out money, you back church. You are looking for 50 naira inside thousands. You are looking for 100 naira inside thousand. The money they owe, you pocket them back. And you are also telling God, among the best, give me. If they take you to some level to pick car, some of you will pick car, you don't even know his name because it's big and classy. You won't pick Audi. But in the midst of abundance, you are giving God mean offering. That one is even good. Some of you give God dirty money. One of the temptations I cannot escape is the temptation of new money. If you give me January, I can save it in December for offering a tithe. I can have it, I will tell you I don't have money. If I use new money to pay you, I will tell you you rob me at God point. Because that's my preserved offering. Check my offering. It must be new. I must go. If I can use new money to spray, can't I give new money to God? You are bringing torn money. You are bringing dirty money. You are bringing it to God. Some of you will bring money they send no tape. Some of you wicked. You will bring money that fire has eaten some part. What a bus conductor will not take from you. I better rise to your feet, Yari. It's wicked. Learn to respect God. Value offering. And you dare not try it here, putting offering with your left hand. If I catch you, you will take it. I'm not an Ubonima. How much are you bringing that you are using left, putting it in offering bowl? As you are coming, dance, have value, have respect, be happy that God said bring, and you are happy to give. David want to build for God. God said, I don't need you to build for me. You should be happy that God is collecting your money to build. Cenotape money, you saw it. Oh, you saw it. You use it for offering. Money that fire has burnt one part. It's not. If you don't have any other money, keep it. Because even we can't even use it. Money you give to conduct the same, madam, this money no good change. You brought it to God. And you want God to give you full blessing, complete blessing. Suppose God also give you a child whose one leg is like this. How will you feel? Suppose God give you a child whose one hand is like this, is coming like this. How will you feel? Tell your neighbor, learn to give God the best so that you can have rest. Lift your voice and say, Father, from today, I repent of every area I am guilty, and I promise to change. So help me, God. Open your mouth and talk to God.